This is the time of the year where I receive so many questions of people moving to Panama, considering moving to Panama, and trying to figure out how much do they need to have in order to live here and spend here. So in this series, we're going to try and answer some of the most basic questions, the ones that come over and over again, so that you can have a little bit more information on your side. So, first, how do housing prices compare? Usually US and Canada. Well, US and Canada, I don't know if you've noticed, but they're huge and they're very diverse. It's just so different. So I'm not going to answer that question. I'm going to answer the rest, and you guys are going to let me know how does that compare to the place where you are from. Even if you're from Europe, it's such a different world, right? I can only speak for Panama specifically. Even from town to town is going to change. But the most important question where most people ask is like, okay, what is the average cost of living in Panama? And that has categories. So let's go through the main ones. Housing, for example, rent, it can change. Let's talk about a one bedroom, which is the classic standard throughout. You can find one bedrooms for rent in Panama, furnished and unfurnished, started at $800 a month, $700 a month. Depends on the areas where you're at. Even in walkable districts, you're going to find those prices. But really, you should be prepared for $1,300 and $1,500 for something nice, well located, where you're going to be able maybe to walk around or have more amenities, something that has a little bit more lifestyle to it. So for one bedrooms, even in Casco Viejo, you will see the difference between San Felipe and Santa Ana. Santa Ana starts at that $600, $700. San Felipe really starts at that $1,000 to, I've even seen one bedrooms at $1,800 with buildings that have full amenities, fully furnished. So it depends on what you like and where you want to be. That's for rent. Now let's figure out utilities. Utilities in Panama: electricity, water, garbage, internet. The big four. Water is simple. It tends to be anywhere between $15 to $25 a month. Garbage will be included in that bill. Probably it's going to be another $20, so that doesn't necessarily, it's a heavy thing. When you're renting, most likely, you have to ask if water is included in the maintenance fee or if it's something you need to pay, separately. Naturgy or Edamed, the electricity bill, it's a little trickier. I have seen bills for one bedrooms from $70 a month all the way to $175 a month. This heavily depends on how much do you use air conditioning. We love a combination of fans and AC. Normally you use the AC at night. If you are going to use the AC all day round, your bill is going to be quite high. And also depends if your kitchen is electrical or gas. Panama has a mixed combination in terms of the buildings, whether they have gas or electric kitchens. Gas is leaving town and electric has moved in. It's definitely more secure, but of course it's going to impact your electricity bill. Internet being the other one, I always say it's like air or water. You can't live without internet. I can't live without internet. I have seen probably anywhere between $40 to the most expensive one that I have seen now in commercial for high-speed internet, $80 per month. But in a residential environment, you might be around that $45, $50 a month. If you absolutely need internet to work, I would say $80 would be high internet speed, great service. So it's going to be that range. The other big question is, okay, what about eating? Groceries, dining out. Groceries, again, it's going to depend highly on what you like. What type of diet do you follow? What type of brands do you like? In Panama, you can go and find pretty much anything you find, at least in the US. You go to the main supermarkets like Ribasmith, we even have like a PriceSmart, a Costco, and you will find everything. However, those would be the most expensive options because obviously they're not produced here. If you go to the San Felipe market, then it's very different, right? That's the fresh produce market. And now there's so many services online where they will bring you farm to table directly to you and deliver to your home. So you do have a wide variety of where to put, how you're going to choose, how you're going to eat, depending on your diet, if it's like gluten-free, sugar-free, ketogenic, paleo, and Mediterranean and Panamanian, they're all very different. Plan for at least $400 a month, but definitely it can go up quickly depending on your choices. I've seen anywhere for a couple between $400 a month to $600 a month. That's probably where you're going to be. Dining out, I'll tell you, nothing reflects your lifestyle and your choices like dining out and having fun. Dining out, it's also going to depend where you go, what you do. You can have great Panamanian experiences on both sides of the spectrum, on the fonda side and on the fine dining side. So be prepared for that $30 a couple on the fonda side slash, more basic, more popular for a couple without alcohol, or maybe with alcohol, because Panamanian beers are great and they have great price points. Now if you go IPA, that's different, but they're great too. All the way to, fine dining. So you will find amazing sushi restaurants, you'll find amazing gourmet restaurants and great fine dining experiences, and of course your bill will be definitely high. Now, nothing like the bills in New York, guys. Oh my God, I got a heart attack once I saw one of those bills and I was like, oh, I barely ate. Next time I'll eat more. So yes, let's say that if you're for a couple, even on that fine dining experience, let's say that I would say 65, 70, up to, let's call that 150 if it's a couple, and this is with alcohol on a fine dining experience, the best. So you have a little bit of a range, but you choose, most likely you're not going to be there. You're going to be more on the mid to, probably in that 60 per couple. It's going to be a good average. So there you go. My question now to you is, how does that compare where you live? And if you like this video, subscribe.